Hey everybody, welcome back to the Cookie Club channel. Today this is going to be a different video. As you can see, we are in ChatGPT. This is what we're going to be using for pre-election polling for the February 2026 CNC. So it has been constructed to show you who's like on track to win certain positions and stuff at the CNC, who's running and all that. So there's 7 weeks in between now and February 14th, which is CNC Day. So each week I'm going to go in and ask it to create more polls for the next week. So this is week 1. This is just a base starting point. Nothing's official yet. Some of these candidates aren't even confirmed to run for these roles yet. That's how early we are. But this is just what polling is showing for these races. So we're going to go here. I'm going to read it all of this to you. So it says CC early protection. Oh my god. I got up about an hour ago. Still can't talk. CC early pre-election poll. So this is week 1. So this is basically for doing December 28th, 2025 to January 3rd, 2026. So we will be hitting New Year's this week, by the way, guys. So it says, so the sample are active members, had activity and wealth weighted slightly higher, and it says confidence is low to moderate, many candidates are not yet confirmed, so this means more active members know about this than the lower active members, simply because the highly active members are there first, before the lower ones. So since the lower ones haven't showed up to hear any of this, the highly active members are the ones that are being sampled for this. So we have the confidence. Basically, this means, like, how confident are we about this? So we're low to moderate, because many candidates have not yet confirmed. And the closer we get to election day, some will confirm, but some might not even confirm, like last time in November. We saw Zale not even confirming his run for head of members at all until CNC Day, even though he had been suspected to run for 2 months earlier. So that's basically just an example of what might happen. Of course, I've already read that this, it might not, I don't think it's supposed to happen, but if it does, that'll be interesting to talk about. So we're going to where it says, the big picture, the takeaways. Federalists are starting ahead institutionally. Basically, this means, like, core admin roles, but Patriots are showing early momentum. So basically, Federalists are in the lead slightly, but Patriots have a shot at gaining control very soon. Of course, once again, this is our starting base. ChatGPT doesn't really know much about the Cookie Club as of now. So yeah, he says, ChatGPT says, large share of voters are undecided or weakly committed. So basically this means a lot of you don't know who you're voting for, and you don't care who you vote for, which I think is true. Cross-party voting is already visible. Yep, happens every election. This is the first one of the actual parties, though. So if we look back at the people who have been in each party, we see that cross-party voting happens every election. It's not unusual. So you see security and fairness are emerging as top concerns. I don't think this is true. This is just probably because of what I told it. About certain things. I don't think this is a top concern. I think your top concerns are activity. That's a big one. Activity, definitely. Some other things related. Fairness is a big one for the Federalists right now. Especially the top ones, like Allguy. That's a big issue for them. But for the club itself, I don't think so. So we see several races are being more shaped by name recognition than ideology. And this is true. We see owner. We already have a confirmed run from Allguy. He is going to win owner, by far. I'm just going to tell you that. Allguy has won almost every... Actually, he has won every owner election he has ever run in. So... there's no reason why he should lose. So that's an example of this. He is very well known compared to some of his running mates, which you're going to get to. So we see the owner early ballot test includes undecided / no preference due to early stage. That is correct. So we see, we're going to go down here. We see our candidates are here. Their party affiliation is here, your support level, and your trend. We see Allguy. He's a Federalist. He's the incumbent. He's been an owner for over a year in total time. So he has a lot of experience running the CC. He has 38% support right now, which I don't think is true. I think it's higher. His trend is slightly softening according to ChatGPT, but I don't think that's true either. I think it's going to stay flat for now, but it might go up or down. I'm not sure, but I think it should stay flat. Now we have Duck. He hasn't confirmed his run yet, but he is the Patriot who I think would give a good shot against Allguy that has no chance at winning. He's at 22% support right now. He's, of course, the Patriot candidate. He's probably the most Patriot. And he's gaining in popularity according to GPT. I don't think that's true. I think he's also going to stay flat. But Void, he has not confirmed a run for anything yet, and he's an independent as of now. He has 15% support, and he says it looks like he's gaining from this emoji, but I don't know what unknown ceiling means, so we're just going to say he's gaining slightly. Of course, we have undecided, which it's 25%, and this number should go down. So we're going to see why this looks like this. Allguy has a strong incumbency boost, trusted to get things done, some soft erosion among libertarian-leaning moderates. You're seeing Void. He is a perfect example of this. He is, he's an independent, but I know he leans Patriot because of what Allguy and some other people have done to him. And also, I feel like he's the kind of person who would lean Patriot. He says anger rumors, barely registering yet, because Allguy, I did put in the fact that you have anger and trust issues to ChatGPT, and it overreacted. Every time I do that, it overreacts and makes you lose elections. I tried to make it less like that now, so it shouldn't make a big impact over here. So yeah, so we see Allguy's anger and trust issues registering here. Duck, he benefits from Patriot enthusiasm. He could see some Patriot endorsements, but I don't think so because of how controversial he is, and also he's only been in the CC for for about 3 months total time. 2 months about a long time ago, and then 1 month as of now. So he has his courts background builds credibility. So if he can work on his courts background and get a lot of court cases done, and work on his knowledge of court, and get smart at that, and get good at legal stuff, I think he has a good shot of becoming the head of courts nominee by whoever wins owner if he loses, which I think would be a great idea because he's very active. And if he can build his courts knowledge, then he'd be good at judging cases, which is what you need to do for courts. As some of you may know, Zale has to rely on me and All Guy to help him when he does court cases. Which, I'm not expecting everybody in the CC to know how to run a court. But if you're head of courts, you should learn how to make a court run, which is what Zale isn't doing. So we're gonna have. So I think Doug, a great strategy for you to do is build your courts background, because this is what the polling shows. However, he's still limited as of executive perception, so he's never been HR. So a lot of people who want owner, they want their owner to be an experienced HR, which is what Doug absolutely isn't. That's how All Guy became owner. He was co-owner before he became owner. Then, back in November, in my turn, he was co-owner, and then he became owner. So that's showing how he was already HR when he became owner, which is not what Doug is doing. Void. So he has financial reputation, attracts independence and wealth-focused members. He is the head of finance, but he's done nothing financial. But ChatGPT doesn't know that. So many supporters list him as backup choice All Guy. Moderates from both parties could go to Void as the independent candidate. However, he still hasn't confirmed his run. So we're going to look at the voter motivation split. We see stability and results, those people go to All Guy. Rights and balance, those people go to Duck. Efficiency and wealth, those go to Void. This is what polling is stating. What they could do this really. So All Guy could start emphasizing fairness and restraint, not just results. I think that's a pretty good idea. Duck could increase visibility outside courts. I think that's a good idea. And then Void can clarify whether he's actually running. Uncertainty caps growth. I think that's a good idea. I think Void would have a good shot if he ran for something else, but not owner. He would lose owner. So yeah. So we have co-owner. We're going to go down here now. We see the candidate Jakuma versus Viv, and of course we have our undecided. We have me, the Patriot incumbent. I have 46% support, so if we look back up, that's more than All Guy in the three-way race. But you see that we have a lot more undecided voters over here. And of course we have Viv as the Federalist candidate at 18%. So we have, looks like I'm having a strong trend upward, which could be true. I think that very much could be true. And you have Viv, the Federalist, 18% support, flat. I think that's also true, because he only attends like 1 or 2 meetups a week. He's not super active, but he's active enough so where he'd be okay. I think he'd be a great assistant for somebody else, but not as co-owner. I think that's what's going to pop into other people's heads as we come closer to the election. I think that this is true where my support is strongly upward. So now we're going to go down here. We're going to go here. So Jacob, very high favorability, seen as cooperative and effective, and many Federalists list him as acceptable. I think that's true. All of that's true, I think. No bias. I think that's true. I've been able to work perfectly with many Federalists, and even independents too, especially Federalists. I've done a great job with All Guy, great job with Zale. So yeah, I'm good with I'm good with working with anybody. So we have this limited name recognition and party helps, but not enough yet. So yeah, this is pretty much unknown. Like if I ask my friend Duck, they won't know who he is. If I ask I don't know, if we ask somebody not in the club, especially like people like Finnegan, Jacob, Silver, if I ask all those people, they wouldn't know who he is, but they know who I am. If I ask who All Guy was, they would for sure know. If I asked who Vega was, they know. But if I asked who somebody like Javier or Plain Guy is, they wouldn't know. So you see, limited name recognition is hurting Viv in this poll. So he needs a big personal branding fast if he wants to run. And this race is about visibility, not ideology. I think that's totally true. And then Jacoba's biggest risk is complacency. I don't really see how I have a risk. So yeah, we're going to go to the head of members. So we have Zale and Tibbs. This is probably going to be our closest one yet. We have Zale the Federalist, extremely favored by all the HR that I know, but he is at a 31% support here, and he has a trend upward. Tibbs is a Patriot, and he's the incumbent. He has 27% support, but he's flat. So that means he's not going to, this percent could stay the same, go down, or go up, just right now it's staying the same. Zale has an upward trend, meaning his trend is going to go up. This number is going to go up. And of course, as the undecided voters go down, that's how these are going to go. This will probably go up a little bit, simply because this number is shrinking, but other than that, he will not grow support. Federalist, Zale, this number, see, we see the upward trend, so this number will go up as this number goes down for the undecided voters. So we see, why does this look like this? Many voters don't fully understand the role. Zale benefits from reputation among influential members, and Tibbs' support is loyal, but capped early. That's because he's not really active enough for the activity role. This is pretty much a role for managing activity, even though you're not the activity director. That's another one of the key responsibilities other than leading the member department, which has no members right now, so we see the early leverage. Zale, talk results, not titles, and then Tibbs, highlight what he personally did, not team efforts. So yeah, Tibbs does nothing. I'm sorry to say that, but he does nothing. He hasn't done anything remarkable. I can't name a single thing he did to help. I can't. I can name several things Zale did. He built C5, he built C3. He definitely got a lot of people into the CC. He built a lot of stuff. He's always there. He's very active. Tibbs is somewhat active. He's active enough. But I can't name a single thing he did to help. So that's basically what this is going at right here. So now we're going to go to the head of security. Bagel, Patriot, 34% support. His trend is upward. I think that's true. Javier Federalist, 19% support. His trend is going down. That's because nobody knows who he is, except for Zale. He's Zale's friend, I think. mean, me and all guy know him. Bagel knows him. Other than that, I don't know if anybody knows him or not. I think Biff knows him slightly, but other than that, I don't think I know anybody who can recognize him. So we see security not top of mind yet. Bagel's activities already noticed, and Javier's lack of direct security experience shows early. Javier has no experience at anything, except for, like, assistant, head of members, or whatever he is. And, you know, that has nothing to do with security. Bagel has had the role in the past and he was very good at it. He's probably the best at security. So that's why he has chosen early advantage. But we see 47% undecided. So I think as this number shrinks, this number is going to grow exponentially, and this one could either stay the same, shrink, or go up slightly. I don't think this is going to get above 35% at all. In fact, it might not even go above 25. Which is bad for Javier and the Federalists for gaining security control. But that's what we're looking at right now. So security. So we need Bagel to keep being visible, avoid over policy. So yeah, that's what he can do. And then Javier needs to define why he's qualified, because I don't know why the Federalists would pick him to run for this. Probably because he was the only one that's active enough in their party to do it, and I know that's why. That's why they picked Vic too. So yeah, that's basically what's going on. Javier just needs to make a good campaign if he wants to have a shot. And by the way, Vic and Javier haven't even confirmed their runs for the certain roles. Tibbs has not confirmed their run at all. So yeah, only one person, me Trace, has confirmed their run. So yeah, we see our party shift. So Federalists. So right now they're at 41%, Patriots at 35, and Independent at 24. But we see a 2% decrease and a 2% increase from Federalist to Patriot. So we see 41% Federalist to 39% Federalist. We see 35% Patriot to 37% Patriot. This means that Patriots are in an upward trend. I don't think by much, but they're on an upward trend. We see Independents, they stay the same. So we see our interpretation. Patriots are getting early, Federalists still larger but less enthusiastic, and Independents are the true swing block. So I think both parties should focus on Independents if they want to win. So what this poll does not show yet: no scandal impact, no consolidation around void, no security crashes, no official confirmations from all candidates. This is the baseline poll. It sets the stage, not the outcome. So we see all guy leads, but not comfortably. Jacuna is the strongest individual candidate. Most races are fluid. Party control is not locked. Small events can cause big swings. So now we're going to look at it from each demographic. We see high activity members are, so we see each race by certain demographics. We see high activity members favor all guy for the owner race. This is because high activity members value consistency and fast decision making. All guy seen as reliable for daily operations, and Duck is gaining traction due to transparency and reputation. I don't think he's transparent to have a transparency reputation, GPT, but okay, whatever. This is completely, you know, some of this may not be true, and that's one of the not true parts of this poll. Void, attracted for efficiency, big focused grinders. I also don't think that's true, because he hasn't grinded or done anything to attract these people, or done anything to attract himself to be that. So yeah, this is all guys firewall but not locked. We see medium activity members go to all guys still, but slightly less. We see more undecided. So yeah, this is Duck's growth lane according to this. We're gonna go down to low activity for the owner. We see Duck actually takes the lead, and Void takes the second place instead of all guys. So all guys push all the way down, but we see a huge jump in undecided voters. This is because low engagement equals low exposure, and it says this block is volatile and decisive later, not now. We see by wealth tier. So high wealth members will pick all guy and of course Void for the second position. Duck is, you know, representing not really wealthy people. I don't remember a point to where he was wealthy enough to be high wealth. So yeah, we see prefer stability, risk averse, strong institutional continuity. Void seen a CFO type alternative. We see if Void ever drops out, all guy benefits the most from this group. We see medium wealth. All guy 36, and then Duck takes back the second point with 25. We see a huge jump in undecided voters here. And Void all the way down at 14. This is the lowest margin for him yet. We see mixed priorities, balance of fairness and growth, and open to persuasion. So this is the true swing wealth tier. We see lower wealth members. Duck takes back the lead with 28. Void goes back in the middle with 17. And wait a minute. So all guy has 22 support for this. Void with 17%, but they put him in the middle instead of having the 22 above the 17. So I think this is a little mistake by GPT here. So pretend all guy was here and Void was here. So we see what the where'd it go? Okay, let us go all the way up because something happened. Okay, now we go all the way down. Oh wait, we're on the wrong one. That's why. So we're gonna go back up real quick. Okay, go back up. Okay, we're up here. Found it. So low wealth. Duck's, so we see more sensitive to rules and enforcement, less attachment to existing leadership, and Duck's rights-based messaging resonates. We see Patriots naturally perform better here. So now we're by tenure time club. All guy, 45% support. Duck 20, Void 15, and undecided 20. We see strong institutional memory, prefer predictability, familiarity bias towards all guy. We see Federalists dominate legacy members for now, which I think is true. We see mid-tenure members. We see all guy with a little decrease in support, but not by much. We see more undecided voters. So we see understand systems but open to change, with politically engaged demographic. This group decides the election margin. We see newer members. Duck and Void take the lead, and all guy decreases. We see limited exposure to all guy's record, suspicious of hierarchy, and Void's neutrality appealing. We see Federalists underperform badly here. So we can see party identification shifts. We see by activity, high activity is Federalist by a 4-point margin, medium activity is even, and low activity is definitely a Patriot plus 5. By tenure, we see Federalists plus 10. We see mid-tenure members are competitive, and Patriots are plus 8. We see Federalists are establishment, and Patriots are the growth coalition. We see strategic implications. Basically, he needs outreach to newer and lower wealth members, soft return messaging, and high activity long tenure members. sorry about that. This video is 30 minutes long. Holy crap. I'm so sorry for the long video. If you're still watching, congratulations for being able to watch this. Yeah, so we're just going to skip all this. This election is structurally federalist, demographically patriot. Outcome depends on turnout, messaging discipline, whether void consolidates or exits. And then we're going to do this for the other ones. We see by activity level for Conner. High activity, Jakuma has a long shot victory. Medium activity, we see Jakuma support decrease, but still not as big. And then we see Jakuma support decrease a lot to where it's close. Low exposure to both, and no strong opinions yet. So we see this definitely is going down for each activity level. Then we see wealth here. I'm winning for high wealth. This federalist alignment helps me slightly here, according to that. I'm winning for medium wealth. Viv wins. Well, loses for medium wealth. He goes down. And of course, the undecided vote goes up while these go down. And then this says Jakuma leads every wealth tier, which it says is rare. Now we see by tenure, long tenure, I'm winning. Mid tenure, I'm still winning by a lot. But for new members, a lot are undecided. A lot. So this means it's closer up here, but really it's not that much close because of how many undecided voters there are for this. Jakuma is structurally dominant. Viv must increase visibility fast, personalize his role. So yeah, head of members, high activity, it goes to Zale. Medium activity is really close, 2-point margin, but still it goes to Zale. Low activity, Tips takes the lead by 4 points, but a huge undecided margin. Low activity voters don't feel the role yet. By wealth, high wealth goes to Zale. Medium wealth is super close, it goes to Zale and Tibbs, but Tibbs takes back up for low wealth. We see a 31% for Tibbs for low wealth candidates, for low wealth members. By tenure, Zale picks up a huge margin for long tenure members. We see it gets really close for mid tenure, and Tibbs picks back the lead for new members. So for the head of members takeaway, Zale leads among experienced wealthy active members, while Tibbs performs better with newer and lower wealth members. Education about the world will swing this race, so it could go to either candidate, but we're suspecting Zale will win. For head of security, we see Bagel, 46% support, with Javier, 22%. We see why, because activity is the pre-credential here. Bagel already acts like head of security. Medium activity, Bagel, 33%, Javier, 18%, a huge undecided margin, the biggest undecided margin yet for the low activity I've ever seen in this ChatGPT simulation. We have 24% for the Bagel, and 16% for the Javier, but 60% are undecided. It's big. For high wealth, Bagel takes the lead. For medium wealth, Bagel and Javier both shrink, but undecided definitely goes up a lot. And then Bagel still wins here for low wealth, 29% for Bagel, 17% for Javier, undecided are 54%, still the big margin for undecided. We see long tenured are Bagel, 41%, Javier, 25%, undecided are 34%. We see mid tenure, Bagel, 35%, Javier, 20%, and undecided 45%. We see newer members, Bagel's 26%, 15% for Javier, and 59% undecided. It's a pretty big margin for undecided. So really, we can't really get anything out of most of these polls for each thing. Except for that Bagel leads every demographic. Javier needs clear security credentials and visibility boost. So security will be a Patriot stronghold very early. So yeah, overall week 1 insight for all races. So Patriots, they dominate operational roles such as co-owner, security, head security. Federalists dominate institutional roles such as owner and head of members. Undecided voters are less active, newer, lower wealth. Turnout and education will decide the election. So this is all we hear for now. For a 35-minute long video, that's really long. I thought this was going to be at most 20. So I'll try to have the next few things definitely shorter. So yeah. As of now, we see All-Guy, he's likely to win owner. We see Jakuma likely to win co-owner. We see Zale likely to win head of members. And Bagel's likely to win head of security. I'd say the closest race is definitely Tibbs and Zale for head of members. But other than that, I think it's not really close for the rest of them. So yeah, a lot of the people haven't even considered whether or not they're running for the certain role. So we haven't gotten confirmation from all of these people as to what they're running for. So that's what we're going to do. We see a lot of undecided voters according to this. So as that undecided number goes down, we'll see the individual numbers for each candidate go up, and that's how we can tell who wins the election. This is the baseline. We don't know anything now. Okay? That's basically what's happening. So if you did enjoy this video, make sure to like and subscribe. Please let me know if I should continue doing this every week, or I could save myself 40 minutes of recording each week. So let me know if you want to watch a 40-minute video every week, or if you don't. Because if you don't, that's completely fine. I can just make this for myself, share it to Google Chat with all guys down, or them to see only. But I do kind of want you to see what's been going on with the elections this time around. So we'll see you in the next one. Bye, everybody. Have a great day.